Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you for joining me, whether it's your first time or your return viewer subscriber. I hope that you find this message to resonate and that it's helpful. If you find that it doesn't resonate, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and it's not going to resonate with everyone, okay? You may also want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. Also, for the month of November, I will be doing my 5K giveaway. So guys, make sure that you watch the video that explains the giveaway, and in order to enter, you're gonna have to comment and be a subscriber, okay? So check out that video. I'll have links in all my November videos. Also, I'm offering live readings now, okay? You'll be able to do a live session with me via Chatalyze. So I'll be offering 2 sessions a week to start. So make sure you check that out. I'll also have links in all my videos for that too. And I'm doing extended readings again starting in November. So if you're interested in purchasing an extended reading for any of the videos that I have up, then go ahead and check out my Patreon site. That's where the extended readings will be. And I will also have a link to those videos in every video also. At any time, if you have any questions about anything I'm offering on the channel or whatever I'm doing, just check the About Me section because that's where I'll keep a log of everything. You'll be able to see the video chat sessions and times, links to Patreon, links to any giveaways that I'm doing. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hey, Libra. Let's go ahead and get into your reading, okay? The first card I pull is going to represent your current energy, okay? And we have the 9 of Wands. Next card is going to represent your challenge or what's crossing this energy. Got the Death card in the reverse. Next card represents the past, what you're coming out of. Got the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Next card represents what you're moving into. Got the High Priestess in reverse. Next card represents what you want. Got the 2 of Swords. Next card represents internal factors. We've got the Ace of Wands. And the next card represents your advice. 8 of Cups. Next card represents external factors. 3 of Wands. Hopes and fears. Hangman. Hangman in the reverse, actually. And the next card represents the outcome. And we've got the 6 of Wands, okay? So, Libra, currently, with this 9 of Wands, you've been struggling with something, okay? What have you been struggling with? You've been feeling like things have just been difficult. You're almost worn out. You're not quite all the way worn out, but you're almost worn out, okay? You've been going through a rough time. Your energy is probably really low. You may be even feeling up. You may be feeling like calling it quits, but, you know, there's just something in you that's like, listen, let's just give this one last try. Now, for my singles, you know, this may be you tired of being single, tired of dating, and not really meeting, you know, the kind of people that you want, or not really panning out, you know, relationships not panning out the way that you would like them to. For my couples, you know, you guys have been going through a lot. We've been going through trying times, and, you know, even though it has been a lot and it has been a struggle, you're not quite ready to give up yet, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify this 9 of Wands. And we get the King of Swords, okay? So it's like maybe you just feel like there needs to be a little bit more clarity in the situation. Maybe you feel like logic is involved, or logic is called for. It's about being more mature, right? Getting mental clarity. And, you know, sometimes with the King of Swords, it's not the most emotional card, right? It's more of a mental card. So maybe you feel like you just need to get your head back in the game, okay? Maybe you feel like once your head is in the game, right, then your heart will follow. Because there's some people who really exercise their brain power and they don't let their heart lead them because they know they need the logic. So whether you're realizing that or whether you're exercising that, that's the energy for right now. For some of you with this King of Swords, you can be dealing with a Gemini or possibly even a Taurus, okay? So for some of you, my singles, maybe there's a Gemini or a Taurus, or someone who's just very logical coming towards you, or maybe it's just you needing to be a little bit more logical about how you approach love and relationships than emotional, okay? Now, your challenge is that this fear of change, okay? The death card in reverse is a fear of change. It's a fear of transitioning. And, sometimes you don't want to let your fears hold you back, because that's why we're dealing with stagnation here in your internal factors. All right, so with the death card, yes, some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio who's challenging you, who's causing you to feel like things are so hard and it's a struggle. But if it's not a Scorpio, then it's definitely the fact that you are not ready to make the changes necessary in order for things to improve, whether it's in your relationship or whether it's in your love life, okay? Clarify that we get the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this may be in a situation that you rushed into, okay? Or you may feel like it was a hasty decision, or you have to be careful about making hasty decisions, especially when you're at that point where you're feeling worn out and feeling like you're about to give up. All right, because when we're worn out, that's when we're not thinking too straight. That's why you're employing that King of Swords energy, because you need to think straight, you need to think clearly. So don't let that Nine of Wands energy, that fear and that feeling frustrated and feeling stagnant cause you to make hasty decisions, okay? What you're coming out of, and we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. So you're coming out of a situation where maybe you feel like things in the relationship are boring. The Two of Wands can indicate staying in a relationship because it's a safe thing to do. It's the safe choice. All right. So whether that was your past situation or whether that's the situation you're in now and you're trying to make the best of it. Okay. Clarify that we get the Fool. So for some of you, this could be an Aquarius that you had that situation with. But if not, the Fool just talks about, being a little bit naive as far as relationships go, or just being open to new things. Okay, so maybe back then you were open to the idea of new things, but unfortunately the energy wasn't there for it to happen because there was some stagnation and there was a lack of motivation and a lack of excitement. Okay. For some of you, you may have gotten back with an ex at one point who may have been an Aquarius, okay? Moving now towards the future energy, we've got the High Priestess in reverse. So some of you may be dealing with a Pisces or possibly even a Cancer. But if not, the High Priestess in reverse talks of not connecting to your intuition, okay? But also with the High Priestess in reverse, it can indicate someone who's just very cold, very shut off, very aloof, hard to reach, all right? Hard to really connect with this person. Very unavailable. They don't want to be available. All right, we go ahead and we clarify that. And we get the Six of Pentacles, which talks about the equity in relationships. And when I see that, I just feel like there's an imbalance. So for some of you, you may be dealing with someone who, makes you beg them for time and attention, okay? Makes you ask them constantly, or whether that's your energy and that's how the other person feels about you, or whether you're dealing with somebody who has that kind of energy, whereas like you constantly feel like you have to be at their mercy as far as, emotions are concerned. Now, move towards what you want, and we've got the Two of Swords. So it's like you don't want to make a decision about something, okay? You don't want, what you want is to not face reality and not face the truth. But that's what the King of Swords is telling you to do. That's what you need to do. You need to face the facts and face the truth, face reality, okay? When we see the Two of Swords, it's about being, blind, deaf, dumb, and blind. You don't want to see things for what they are. Okay, we clarify what else you want. It's like you want to hold on to the past. We've got the Six of Cups in reverse. So it's like you want to continue this pattern, whatever it is. You want to continue to hold on to things, or you want things, either you want somebody from the past that you're not willing to let go of, or you're just not willing to, like I said, you've got this death card in the reverse, so this fear of change. And so it's causing you to cling to, you know, old memories, whether they're positive or negative, and or you want somebody who has that energy, someone who is not able to let go of the past, and someone who is not able to see things for what they are, okay? Hopefully in the extended reading we can get more of a feel on who this person is. All right, moving on to your internal factors. What's motivating you? Well, the lack of motivation is what's motivating you. With the Ace of Swords, I'm sorry, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, there is no motivation. Okay, there's no motivation. Things are stagnant. Things are not happening. You're getting delays. You're hearing things that you don't want to hear. All right, you are, for those of you who are trying to get pregnant, you're not able to get pregnant. Maybe you're frustrated because you've been trying and trying and trying. So that may be someone's situation, and it's like, you know, don't give up on that. All right, let's go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Page of Wands. So for some of you, it's just some bad news. Okay, you're just hearing things that you don't like. Maybe the communication between your partner is off, and you know, whatever they're saying, whatever they're picking up, whatever they're putting down, you're not picking it up. You're not hearing their call. You're like, this is not for me. All right. The Page of Wands can talk about more stagnation because it's in the reverse. You know, like I said, a lack of motivation. There's really nothing going on. It's like for some of you, with this Eight of Wands in the reverse energy, something that you rushed into, something that you jumped into, and now things are wearing off. So either your feelings are wearing off for this person, or their feelings have worn off for you, and now it's like, what do we do? Okay? Now your advice, we've got the Eight of Cups, and basically it's like, listen, if this situation isn't making you happy, you can move on. All right, or move on to a path within this relationship where things can be more satisfactory emotionally. Okay, so it's not necessarily about ending things. It's not necessarily about abandoning this relationship, but it's about abandoning these habits or these choices or these patterns that you guys have that's keeping you stagnant. Okay, whatever it is that you're afraid to let go of, whatever it is that you're afraid to transition out of and change for the better, once you let those things go, you'll open yourself up to more positive experiences, to being more productive and having more energy and more of a spark, and getting out of this stagnant energy that you guys seem to be in right now. Okay, now your external factor, you're dealing with someone who's trying to be patient. Okay, maybe they're waiting for you to make these changes. Okay, maybe this person realizes that they can't change you, they can only wait. Okay, so maybe they've been waiting and waiting, they're having patience. Okay, you know, for some though, this person, whether they're waiting on you or they're waiting for the right opportunity to leave, to move on and leave the situation behind, okay? We clarify that and get the King of Cups in the reverse. So you may be dealing with someone who's waiting for the right time to move on from this situation because maybe they feel like they've waited enough. All right, maybe their patience is running thin, or maybe they're trying to have patience, but it's affecting how they feel about you emotionally. All right, when the King of Cups is in reverse, that means emotions aren't necessarily that balanced. Okay, this talks about manipulation. This talks about someone who doesn't really address their problems. So maybe you're dealing with someone who's waiting, and neither one of you are really addressing the issues that you guys are having. It's like they're waiting for you to get it together. You're afraid to make any moves. Nothing's happening. Stagnation, stagnation, stagnation. Okay? Now, your hopes and your fears, you got the Hangman in reverse. So I think you're afraid that you're going to kind of be stuck in this holding pattern for a while. All right? Now, clarify that, we get the Ace of Wands. So maybe you're hoping, okay, that for those of you, maybe you're dealing with a Pisces, okay? But for those of you who are dealing with the Hanged Man, you're hoping for a situation where you're able to finally make a decision. Okay, you're hoping for as much as it's almost like as much as you feel like a victim, you're hoping that there's a new beginning in the situation. All right, it's like as much as you feel like it's the other person, you're still hopeful that things can change. But I feel like in this situation, both of you need to make some changes. Both of you need to make some moves, okay? Now, your outcome, though, seems to be victory, all right? We have some victory here. We have some good energy. At least this wands are in the upright. So with the Six of Wands, it talks about, being more confident. It talks about connecting, more on a sexual level. The Six of Wands is a relationship where, you guys feel like you look good together, or at least you feel like this person looks good on your arm. Clarify that, we get the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, which is about kind of, opening up, right? Being a little less clingy, a little less miserly, and being more open to, relationship and changes in the relationship. Letting go of whatever is blocking your heart. All right, so that's helping you guys to move in a better direction. Now, unfortunately, are you dealing with someone who's also on the same page as far as that is concerned? All right, are they ready to open up? Maybe somebody's opening up to you, Libra, okay, and maybe you feel victorious in the fact that this person is opening up to you, okay? Maybe, you've been waiting for this person. Maybe this external factor is you waiting on this King of Cups character to, kind of be more open and let their guard down with you, and that happens, so you feel more victorious at the end of this situation. All right, so maybe for some of you all this waiting has paid off, but like I say, I feel like when there's a lot of stagnation, we've got to figure out a new path. Okay, we've got to figure out a new path and move away from all the negativity. Okay, Libra, so at this point I'm moving into the extended reading, where I'm going to pull cards to clarify certain positions in this reading and just get a little bit more information. So if you guys are interested in the extended reading, I'll have that information in the comments and description bar. If you would like a more personalized reading, you can go ahead and contact me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com, or leave a comment, or all my information is in the description bar. You can go straight to ordering a reading, or you can send me an email.